Okay, we're gonna go kind of up over the top of this middle hill here. I'll stay toward the left side so we don't attract attention of the loners. There's a bunch of loners. Are you shooting at me? Can't tell. My binocs don't have the upgrade. I think that guy is facing me. Yep. I guess that answers that question. Damn, dude. You got some long sight. That was kind of funny. We really didn't expect them to spot me and start shooting from that far away. Alright, we just got to avoid a few anomalies. We'll check the backside of the hill here and also the checkpoint. So we're trying to get to over there. There's a gate right there. We have to get through the gate, and then there's a zone line right over here. Just like 50 feet inside that gate. They're shooting at me again. Alright, I guess we're going to go a little faster. I wanted to be cautious because there are going to be mutants down here. I would love to go check that stalker body. Guess we're going to be not cautious. Nothing useful. Alright, now the problem will be, is the checkpoint stocked with loners? Because I'll get chopped up if yes. Usually they're facing the other direction, so you can get through from this direction without too much of a problem. So, duty, dead bandit, duty. These guys are still shooting at me. I doubt they'll let me loot the bandits, so let's just get moving. Alright, this checkpoint feels a little bit like Rookie Village moving over to Great Swamp, where you have military nearby. They're pretty bad shots from that range, so you can just kind of scoot through. Good to know. Problem will be wanderers. You can get mercs in there, you can get loners pretty commonly, so we'll just have to be cautious. The other route sucks, so this is pretty much the only route in. Now the question is, are we going to meet other factions that are hostile to us? Right in the entrance. They weren't shooting at me, they were shooting at dogs. The eternal struggle of a massive squad of duty trying to keep dogs out. They must go through about four tons of gunpowder a year just shooting dogs at this zone line. Alright, we want to go this way.
Отлично помолчал.
This gives us access to the trader where we can buy ammo. But I don't have a lot of money. I'm not going to buy anything else here at the moment. Wouldn't mind getting a silencer for the S.T.A.L.K.E.R, but we haven't started using it yet, really. Oh yeah, I can start getting Rostock missions, too. Let's go turn in our mission first.
Ну, здорово.
1842, I need to buy a headlamp. We're going to be running around in the dark here pretty quick. You? Yep. Alright, we got 5,000 bucks and a bottle of beer. Happy, happy.
Да ты рассказывай, с чем пришел.
Okay, so... Now, I talked about it just a few minutes ago, that I took the S.T.A.L.K.E.R as a secondary weapon just in anticipation of the upgrade kit.
Здорово.
We don't have access to the kit yet. I don't know what faction or reputation level you need with a trader to get to it. We'll find out. So, Rep 3. Alright, well, when we hit 500 goodwill with the traders for our faction, we'll check it out. Alright, how much for the stack? I could buy the stack, take most all of my money. I've got only 86 plus what's in the gun. We've got missions lined up to turn in for payment. Let me take a look at my list here. I need to get back to base or it gets too dark. So we have a couple of missions to turn in. We'll probably make another, I don't know, 8 or 10 grand between those. Then we've got what? Execute a guy right there on the border. Plus kill mutants. Those would be pretty easy, theoretically. So that's more money that's not too tough to get to. Yeah, let's buy bullets. Right now, bullets for the Peppershaw is the overriding concern. Alright. I got a couple grand left. Do we go talk to the tech? Let's check new missions for these guys first. Alright. Barkeep. I'm not going after that right now. Just give me the normal stuff. Not going to truck. Not going to army warehouse. Not doing mercs in wild territory quite yet. Also not going to truck. Army, wild territory, army. Well, we're not doing much for duty right now. I think I'm gonna ignore the technician for now. Yeah, our primary is still the Peppershaw, with the Kaparis as our secondary, and some goofy PB pistol with light rounds. All right, getting thirsty. Man, I ran. Oh no, there it is. $49 and $24. Let's have some cooked dog. Yum yum. And we're just gonna run right back across the border. Alright, we've got that unlocked for fast travel if we need it now. Didn't run over to the tech to unlock that one, but any one of them in here is fine. Don't need the barman. Yeah, alright, let's go. Just need to run across garbage, run across Agroprom to our very inconveniently located military base. Before it gets super dark out. Alright, when we turn these missions in, first thing I buy, headlamp. Gotta get a headlamp. We are doing military. Hard media military with the Agroprom base. And we already got our basic toolkit. Got our workbench down. Hopefully we'll have enough to get the first of the next two boxes I want to put together. Okay, this part can be kind of dangerous. Think I'll go left and then follow to the right and then back left again. Try to avoid mutants over there. Level 2 strength. That's freedom. We're not friendly with freedom. Just the one. Nothing too exciting there. Histamine. Alright, almost home. Whoops. Let's not run into an anomaly. Been doing pretty good about avoiding those for the most part. Alright, it was a good trip. We had some fun. Got some pretty good gear. Let's see, I don't need to talk to the barman. We'll go turn our missions in there. Anytime you hear that noise starting to spool up, immediately look up. If it's over you, you're about to get fried. You've got like 3 or 4 seconds to get under cover or get out from underneath it. It will hurt a lot. Is there a way to get over this? Doesn't look like it. I guess you gotta go around. I don't want to go around. A lot of running here at military base. The worst time when that happens is when you've got like hazy fog, cloud cover type stuff, because the light is so diffused, it's kind of hard to tell if you're directly under it or not. You only got a split second to look and get moving. 5,800, a grenade, and a stash in the Great Swamp. So I haven't talked about stashes. Stashes are super important. You get them as a random reward for mission running. Each time you complete a mission, there's a chance a stash will be generated. These are containers in the world that are then populated with stuff. And if you every 7 stashes that you generate, it will be a yellow stash. And the yellow stashes are special because they have the kits, repair kits, gunsmith kit, and drug making kit. So you want to speed run missions, generate as many of those yellow stashes as you can every 7th mission, and then visit those. And that's how you build up your supply of kits. And you need multiple repair kits in order to make the next level repair kit. You need 5 basics to make an advanced. You can't, unfortunately, then use 5 advanced to make an expert, which is the highest level one. But, you know, that's another story. But we're going to be trying to get basic kits as fast as we can, so we can get to the advanced kits, which is what's going to unlock the next levels of military gear, armor, and weapons that we can get up and running. Alright, back down here. Grab my headlamp real quick. I guess that is a random gas can in the road. We'll grab the headlamp real quick. And then we'll go get our other mission turn-in done. Why are you in a hurry? Is there a... Nobody else is... Well... Is everybody scrambling because there's going to be the mission? Hey, you. I want a headlamp. Ouch. That entire mission reward pretty much just got eaten for that one piece of gear. Hopefully this mission pays out pretty well, or we're going to be poor. So, now we have a headlamp. Starting to check off the list of gear that we're going to need. Oh, we're going all the way up to the Colonel. Job is done. Only 4,900, huh? Oh, multiple jobs. There we go. That's a little better. 9,600 for that one. Now we got some spending money. Alright, task board. Load me up. Not going to Darkscape. Really? Dangerous mutants in Yantar? West of the entrance to the plant? That would be in the plant. Under the rug again. Stalkers and Agriprom. Heck yeah, we'll do that one. I'm a little confused on this one. West of the entrance to the plant. So the entrance to the plant is on the east side of the plant. So if you go west of that, you're in the plant. Unless they're talking over on the anomaly on the far side of the plant, which has nothing to do with the entrance. I'm a little worried about taking that one and not being able to do it until I get the psi helmet. I think I might leave that alone. We're going to have to sleep soon, and it'll reset things anyway. Although, I guess I could take it, and it might reset it. It might get killed, and I could get free money in the morning. Yeah, what the heck. The rest of these are an absolute no. We don't have bandit patches yet. Yeah, can't do those. Alright. Let's head back down. Do I have to turn that thing off again? Sound? No, not sound. Radio. No, still turned off. Still end up getting music all over the damn zone. No matter what I do, I can't turn off all the stupid music. Hey, Doc. We're going to heal the limb damage so when we sleep, so we don't need help for that. We got pretty good amount of heal. We've got enough bandages. We got a little bit of Yaddle and ibuprofen. That covers the main things. We've got...
Чего тебе?
Oh, we don't have our little black pill yet. Got to make sure I get one of those. We got emergency rad remover. How much is the little black pill?
Ну?
3,500. All right, give me that. Back over here.
Здоров.
Okay. So, 1,700 for the silencer. We got about 14,000. I probably should hold the cash. I wouldn't mind getting a bag, sleeping bag down in the short term till I can get a bed. We're okay on food and water for a short bit longer. So if you highlight a gun, it lights up the ammo that applies to that weapon in my inventory as well. So you'll see me highlighting things just to kind of watch what lights up. Not going to buy any electronics to take apart for components. $3,000 for a sleeping bag. I think we'll just run up the main building to sleep for this first one until we get some more cash. And the knife we want is over at Butcher's, so I think we're good. We're up to 43. Oh, gas can. 38. Alright, yeah, I think we're okay there. So, the little black pill I purchased is for a specific reason. So, there are going to be emission storms and size storms that strike, usually every few days. And if you're caught out without cover, you will get killed by the storms. So, to protect against that, you want to carry one of these pills, antibiotics. It basically knocks you out and shuts down your nervous system while the storm's happening, and then you wake up after the storm and you're ready to go on your way. So it's kind of an oh shit, I'm out in the middle of a huge zone with no cover anywhere nearby. There's no chance I can get to safety, so you just make sure you're not in a spot where you're going to get attacked by contractors or mutants. You pop this pill and you'll survive the storm. So always, always, always try to grab one of these when you can and keep it on you at all times. It will save your life every once in a while. I know the zones well enough. It's not often that I get caught out somewhere where I need to use it, but it can happen. The worst, and when it's most likely to happen, is when you've just gotten attacked and your legs are hobbled or you're overweight severely and you can't move very effectively or fast. And that cuts down the range of which you can get to safety within the time frame. So that's when you got to really worry about an unfortunate storm. Okay, what are we doing now? What are we doing? I have got... Oh, somebody's... Oh, it's probably that... No? It might be the enemies from that zone line thing. Wow, I got two of them right across the zone line. I really like to go out and get them, but it's going to be dark. I got no long-range capability, really. It's already 2100. So the magic number for sleep is 42. Well, technically it's like 41 and some small percentage. I don't know the exact number. It's between 41 and 42. When you hit that point, your guy will yawn, and you'll get a little indicator, a bed indicator down here on the HUD, and that means you can then go to sleep. You're not allowed to sleep unless you're below that percentage and you have that little indicator. So our choices are either wait, eat or drink or take meds that lower our sleepiness value, our fatigue value to the requisite number or lower. And that's it pretty much. Or we run around and do things until the number just naturally degrades to that level. There are drugs that will cause you to get sleepy. Even just eating food, that has a slight sleepiness increase, noted in the middle section where in the properties. So just about anything you eat or drink or meds you take, chemicals, is going to make you sleepy, barring certain chemicals like good old caffeine tablets. They actually do the reverse. They give you a moderate sleepiness reduction, which means your fatigue value goes up when you're hopped up on caffeine, of course. We don't want that. And now it's 46, so we'd only have to wait a little while. I guess I could save and we could make a try at that close group. I just not sure how effective we're going to be. Oh, they're zoning over. We're going to end up chasing them down. We could hit the dock and buy some sleeping pills. I don't have any currently. That would cost a little bit of money, but we're going to end up having to manipulate our sleep cycle eventually anyway. I think I'm going to do that just to keep things moving in the stream. Hey, Doc. Give me some of these pills. Sleeping pills. Ooh, so expensive.
Чего тебе?
2 uses, 4,200. Ouch. Is there anything else I think I can do in the dark? We've got a zone transition into a fight there. Nah, I don't want to try it. Oh. They put it right at the gate. I'm pretty sure that's going to complete on its own when we sleep. Alright, fine. Fine. Be that way. Where do I get to sleep anyway? Do we share? Are we hot bunking? I assume my bed is upstairs. I haven't actually looked. Or is it the couch? Nope, not the couch. So if it's not there, and it's not the couch, and it's not next to the dock. It's probably going to be on the top floor where we started. Oh, there it is. Alright. Yeah. Hoping not to do this, but... Alright. We're now at fatigue 0. Hey, get in bed. Get in bed before we pass out. I'm not sure we're going to recover enough fatigue. Slept for 9 hours. Alright, so one of the missions completed automatically. Under the rug completed. So, free money from that. Oh, we have 2 missions. Cool. That one's still active. Interesting. Still got our 2 down in the swamp. And still have the one there. That surprises me, actually. Alright, well, we can get a little bit more money before we head out. So, always be very careful about your thirst in the early game when you're first starting. If this hits 50% or lower, your brackets will turn yellow, or your brackets around your thirst meter will turn yellow, and you'll actually start to take hit point damage. It's very easy to sleep and get excited about moving around and doing stuff and not notice that you're actually dying of dehydration, even at like 50% or 49%. So be especially cautious to check this before you sleep so you don't wake up at like 12% or something, especially if you're out and about and you don't have any water nearby. Alright, so 53, this gives us 54, so this will top us off. I like to use this normally, but that'll take us to 90. Alright, sure. Oh wait, I'm reading the wrong one. 91. Eh, whatever. And we'll have some sausage. Alright, we're ready to rock and roll. Notice my limb damage is healed. Sleeping will heal limb damage. So, let's go ahead and get our save updated. And off we go. Bill, no. Oops. Gotta go talk to the colonel.
Ну, я слушаю.
Another 10 grand almost, and we got a stash in the swamp. Missions have probably also reset. What do we got? Delivery to Rostock. Yes. No. Peer punishment again. Stalkers and garbage. Yes. And we still don't have enough here. So. Alright. Missions are updated. So, you've got a set of daily missions that will always be generated, so you're just going to keep steadily rerunning those missions basically over and over again. Their locations will change a bit, targets might change a bit, but there's kind of a pool of faction missions that you can repeat over and over again. And that's how you're going to build up your reputation with your traders, so you can do better or get better stuff. Speaking of which, we've done a few missions now. What's our numbers looking like? Relations, display values, military. We're at 450, so we're only 50 away from our first level up in gear that's available to us at our merchants. So by the time we do these next couple of missions, we'll have hit that. 1,000 is an important benchmark for us because apparently the S.T.A.L.K.E.R has a cool upgrade that makes it much more effective when you get to that level. The other mission is a guy wandering around over here. Hey, buddy. Oh, it's a guide. Where you want to go? 9,000 rubles, Cordon, north of the farm. I mean, I would like to get down into Cordon. That's a pretty good payoff, and we'll have somebody helping us out for a few hours. And we could go down into Agriprom, do the northern Agriprom missions we've got queued up, then go east straight into Cordon, and we'll be near where this needs to be delivered. So yeah.
Ну что, парни,
Let's say yes to
старые
that.
добрые?
2 buddies. Alright. No other missions to turn in, nothing lit up. I'm tempted to go over here and kill this guy, but I really want to get that done. Ooh, we have a yellow stash. That could be our advanced toolkit right there. Could we get a day 2 advanced toolkit? Could it happen? I think the chances are pretty damn low in Great Swamp. Another rule is the further north a stash is, the better the loot chances. And for tools in particular, that is true. So if we want an advanced kit, which can happen in a yellow stash, the further north that yellow stash is generated, the better. So for the early game, you want to have them generating in Truck Cemetery, or Truck Cemetery over here and Army Warehouse here. There's kind of an invisible line right here that you're not allowed to cross until you complete certain storyline missions. So this is as far north as we can go currently until we complete those. So the best chances to get a advanced toolkit in a yellow stash is these northern territories here. But it is possible. There's a small chance that could be one of our advanced toolkits. So we definitely want to get down here and see if we can get this stuff done. That's where our guys want to go, right there, which is nice because we can come across the border, try to get this stuff done, and then just jump across to here and just deliver them right to there. The potential hazard is this is a loner little camp, so we'll have to come in and kind of work our way up the hillside and around. So, I think I'm going to leave that guy alone for now. Let's just try to get across the border here. Let's go to our camp here and make a save, and then we'll take off. I'm all a-tingle with excitement at the chance to get an advanced kit on day 2. That would be a massive, massive bit of luck. And give us a huge upgrade. I mean, we got our basic on day 1, which military seems to have it pretty easy in that regard, given they have that storyline mission from the Colonel just right over there in the underground section that pays you a kit.
Оружие опусти.
Alright, so we're going over the hill over there. There are mutants that can be out in this way we have to be cautious of.
Спрячь оружие.
See you guys. Make sure all our guns are loaded. Because you know, we don't want to be a rookie, a noob, who points his gun and it goes click to start a fight. That's never embarrassing at all. That right there is an artifact. But it's in an anomaly field. I think I can get that from the north side, stepping down from the top there. So I'm going to tell these guys to wait
Держим
here.
позицию.
You guys just hang out for a second. Let me go grab that artifact. Nighttime's a good time to try to get artifacts because you can see them from their... Almost all of them have a glow. The lowest level ones anyway, that don't require a detector. We'll kick the detector on just so you can hear it beep when I get up next to it. It's already starting to beep from even down here. Uh-oh. Alright. Can we get to the artifact from the top without getting blown up? Where are you? Turn my light off. Oh shit, did it roll downhill? That looks farther away than I expected. We might hit this anomaly here. That is further in than I thought. Black Angel. Alright, can I get down the same? Looks pretty clean going down this way. So here's another thing to know if you're new to the game. So these anomaly fields, this is a set anomaly field. All the anomalies are in the exact same spot every single time. They don't change. So a lot of these fields have patterns. They have pathways that you can walk through safely. Later detectors will actually show you a display and show you where the anomalies are, and it makes it easier to navigate around them. But it is possible to memorize these fixed anomaly fields so you can kind of know the route and walk your way in and grab stuff. There's another object, bolts, that you can throw that will... I'll show you here. So let me grab a bolt. So you have bolts. You can throw them. And they will basically... Oh, god damn it. I turned that option. That annoys me so much. I distinctly came in here and turned this off during the stream. Unlimited bolts, please. Oh well. Now I'm out of bolts. Do I have another pack? You are... Hey, pack of throwables. Give me that. Alright, now we have bolts again. So yeah, you can kind of pick your way through the field. If you can't quite tell if it's safe or not, just throw a bolt in front of you. Try to find a spot where it doesn't go boom. So we got a bit of a clear spot that direction. Sort of. How about over here? Yeah, that's pretty clear out that way. I think I'll go out that way. But you just toss bolts to try to feel your way through. Oh boy. Oh shit. Almost hit a second one there. That was close. Alright. And I find it just savagely stupid that little chunks of metal are an item that you have to deal with a limited quantity in the hellscape of the zone with rusted buildings and towers and just mechanical metal junk everywhere. How is it possible that bolts are a limited resource? So if you don't want to deal with that, and you're like me, go to gameplay, go to progression difficulty, scroll down, and uncheck this thing. By default, it's on, and you have limited bolts, and it's another thing you have to keep track of and buy or find and so on. I find that stupid in this environment, so I always turn this off. Just uncheck that. Nope. Apply. Alright, so we got an artifact. And the artifacts in these fields are randomly generated, and they're reset when an emission occurs, which we haven't had yet. When an emission storm happens, there's a few things that happen to the world. It's like a world reset in a few ways. Dynamic anomalies, the ones that are separate from a group like this, they can move around. So one time you come by here, there could be a little anomaly right here. The next time you come by after an emission, that anomaly that used to be here might have moved over there or moved across the zone. So just be aware that the landscape changes after the emissions with the dynamic anomalies as opposed to the static anomaly fields. Okay, follow me again, please.
Не расслабляемся.
Get my gun back out. So we got the Black Angel. It is a perk artifact. So in the middle, it has the perk Dodge This. 20% chance to reflect 35% of bullet damage received back to the attacker. Reflections nullify damage. But which sounds great, but I don't have any slots for it that I would want to put it into currently. And it has limited usefulness. It will degrade that efficiency percentage as it's equipped until it eventually disappears. Off we go. Alright, somewhat decent chance that we'll have an ambush when we get across the zone, or we will be ambushed. I got friends that'll help out. Let's make sure they are on attack enemies. They are on stay near me, and go ahead and push forward with the assault. See what happens. Could be mutants right near the borderline with us, and I know we have a hostile guy not too far forward. A few possibilities. Enter the zone. Can't tell if that's directed at me. There's a camp right below the hillside behind this train car. I think they're firing at mutants currently. A lot of cover over there. It's a little tricky for me to try to shoot down into that set of trees where the camp is. And our PDA says they're right down there. Might be one guy, might be a few guys. We can see our target moving, which is kind of nice. So, let's give it a try. I don't want to deal with anomalies while I'm in a firefight. I don't know if I have a good firing position. I hear a mutant. How am I hearing a mutant? Oh, he's down there fighting the mutant. Mutant might finish the mission for us. So much cover. The one big problem with combat in Gamma is that enemies can see through and fire through grass and bushes pretty easily, where I can't see anything through the bush, making it a one-way target-rich environment. They can shoot me, but I generally can't shoot them, so you gotta be really careful about assaulting a position like this. Ah, shit. God damn it! I still didn't make it far enough away. That was a light blast. We got on the very outer edge of that. That's what I talked about earlier. You got a split second to look up and check where that ball's at. And we had cloud cover, so it was kind of diffused. It was hard for me to tell if we were epicenter. I thought we were pretty close. So I scrambled, tried to get away. And I was worried I would run into an anomaly while I was scrambling when I went through those train cars. So we got off fairly light for being within the blast zone. Good times. Good times. Wipe that faceplate. Not sure if that guy might have gotten hit by that. I'm actually tempted to go down the hill here and try to find a firing position. But no. I don't hear mutant noises anymore, so I think the guy won. Let's see. Maybe I'll try to get behind that tree. My guys might activate on him when I get close enough. I assume... Oh, yeah, he's on my mini-map. He's just down the hill straight ahead of me. Oh, yep, they're active. Go get him, guys. Don't die. Yeah, what a mess. Hope you win. Alright, they won. Who are we shooting now? I'm a little worried that they're still shooting. Whoa! I think the target had buddies, and we're now fighting the buddy. Or buddies. Huh. Hate this kind of fight. Can't see shit. And I'll get completely chopped up. I hear gurgling. Gurgling is good when it's the enemy. Uh-oh. Holy crap. I need to get a loner disguise, quick. We got a Taz 194 on day 2. That's hilarious. I don't think I'm ever going to care about a renegade suit. I got to take that Taz, though. That's funny. Alright, where'd you guys kill the other guy at? Over here. Oh, nope.
Так.
That's the dog. How about... I hate trying to track guys down without the kill marker. We may never find this other guy. I think he's dead in these bushes somewhere. Yeah, let's save real quick. Do one more circle. I want to say they were fighting him closer to where I was up there. Yeah, I don't know. Other corpses, a mystery. In order for them to loot, how does that work? Help wounded, loot corpses. Alright, cool. Wasn't. Oh, where'd you run off to? I thought you were running off to loot a corpse. Guess not. Did you loot? Nope. Are you talking because you looted? Oh, is that the corpse right there? Hey, he did find it. Oh, whoa, no, that's the bloodsucker. Glad the other guy killed that. He probably got the loot from the bloodsucker. Where are you? Yeah, he found him. Alright. You can use that if you want. Cool. Now let's say don't do that. What are the rest of these options? Gather items, loot corpses, help wounded, hurry up. Lights on and off. Yeah, this interface is fairly new to me, so I haven't actually... Oh, so you can say everybody or do it individually, huh? Cool. Okay. Damn storm. Next up. I would love to get down here to get to this. If I'm going to go for that, though, I'm going to leave these guys... Let's see. We need to get there to turn them in. I'm tempted to just run them along, get that done, and then come back to finish this myself. I don't want to drag them around. It's too hard for me to wait for them. I can pass through water, and the NPCs can't. So it's kind of a lot safer for me with guys in tow if I do this alone. I could order them to wait here, but stuff could happen. So I think I'll make the trip over. The reason I got excited about that shotgun is the Loner Village. There's a person there that you can talk to that'll give you a quest to get one of those shotguns. And the reward for turning it in with some ammo for it is a basic repair kit. And I need to get 5 of those as quick as possible. But it's loner. It's my enemy. So to do it, I need to get a loner outfit, repair it up. I put it on, and it acts as a disguise. And then I can walk into that camp and interact with that person to try to get the quest done. So we'll be on the lookout for a easy to repair, low level loner gear that I can use as a disguise, so we can do that. Not a super big hurry because I need 5 for it to make any difference. So, all right. So yeah, let's go do that first. We're just going to run along the fence border and try to get over there. Man, this rainstorm is really going. We're just going to hug the fence. Not too much danger running from where we were at to hug the fence on the way over. There's 1 or 2 spots where we do have to worry about loners and renegades. That is one of the other potential starting bases for the military faction. I chose not to start there. I'm actually curious. I didn't test it. If you choose that as your starting base, does it populate the standard NPCs like the trader and the colonel for your missions and a merchant and so on? Because none of that's there normally during gameplay. So it occurred to me after the fact, if you choose that as your starter base, does it actually populate it, or what does it do? I can't imagine why you would start there if you don't have your merchants and stuff. And is it a different set than the Agroprom base? Because you still have to have the Agroprom base available. So, you know, if anybody knows for sure, let me know. Oh yeah, and we are now on a
Оружие не применять.
ignore combat standing. Don't go herring off chasing down mutants or renegades. Alright, so here's our danger cross point. Right up ahead. Probably we can scoot right on by and get across the zone line, but this could be populated by renegades or loners. I don't think military ever hangs out here, so I think it's always going to be one or the other that we're hostile with both. What faction starts at that base? We're military, so I'm asking about that as a starting military base. It's one of the choices you get when you create your character. Uh-oh. Science Storm's going to happen in about 16 hours or so. Alright, so midnight. We'll probably be sleeping when that happens. So we might get shot at over here is what I'm pointing out. Oh crap. I saw something running through there. I'm just going to zone. I generally don't like having NPCs in my group. You can choose in your gameplay. You can hire guys to join you, hire groups to join you. These are missions. These are Uber driver missions. Basically, I'm transporting them somewhere and they're going to pay me. I will occasionally bring in NPCs on purpose when I'm moving bases and I need to haul a bunch of crap. I'll hire guys, or I'll take one of these missions, then I'll load them up with my junk. And I'll run us all up to wherever I need that junk to go to, and then I'll unload them. So I'll occasionally mule train NPCs, but otherwise I try to get rid of these guys as quick as possible. They drive me nuts. Hey there, Coslord. Yep, mill start. Hard combat difficulty, medium, progression, or economy difficulty. Military start with the Agroprom base for military. We're hostile with everybody but duty and ecology. All the other people hate us. It's a lot of haters out there. Uh-oh. What's going on? And are they gonna shoot me? We got cats. Ah, kitty cats. I don't want to deal with kitty cats.
Нам шевелись, плотва.
They can't path to me right now up on this hillside, which is common, which is why they're not moving. As soon as I try to move, they're going to run straight down the divide here and get attacked by the cat anyway. Cats are nasty, especially this early. Alright, let's come down the hill a bit. I don't know when the cat's going to be able to path to me either. I'm just going to come down like this. We'll let the cats attack them if they don't come after me first.
Наш ранен!
Yeah.
Нашего зацепило!
Tell you what. Go ahead and attack the cat. Feel free.
Нашего зацепило! Наш ранен! Наш ранен!
NPCs are so weird. That one guy's getting tore up by the cat.
Зацепило!
That could be my mission giver. Ah, man, they're gonna make. I'm gonna get killed by this cat.
Нашего зацепило! Наш ранен!
Make me waste all my ammo. Plus, drawing attention to us. There it is. Get out of the way.
Так, ну-ну, посмотрим.
Lost track of the other one. Shall we check the tunnel or not check the tunnel? Probably will be an artifact first time in. Alright, we'll check the tunnel. A lot of loner presence here in Corden. That's a loner base right there. And we want to check this tunnel for an artifact. Important thing to know about this tunnel: moss hanging down and moss on the ground. Do not sprint under that or over that. If you do, you'll take a huge amount of damage. I, by habit, always walk through the tunnel just to avoid it. Too many times I thought I was being cutesy and tried to sprint through here and avoid them, and I'm constantly getting tagged by it. I learned a lesson: just walk through the damn tunnel. Unless you absolutely have to move fast. Alright, let's get our detector out. The tunnel usually has an artifact either on the ground right here or inside that. We're not getting any clicking, so there is no artifact in the tunnel currently. Alright, we're out of here. Kind of surprised it didn't start with one. It's pretty common for artifacts to be in here. Now we need to get around this little loner base without getting eaten by mutants on the far side of it. That problem is exacerbated by the fact that they have guys up on top of the buildings on walkways, and they can see pretty far. So I'm not sure just how far around we're going to have to go. These guys picked a pretty inconvenient place to be delivered to. Yeah, they're going to be pretty much in sight of the guys on the roof here. So I got to get over there, turn around and talk to one of them, end the mission, and then get out of the combat zone. So, we're going to go back to ignore combat.
Не палимся.
There's also a possible problem of mutants coming from this direction. No gunfire yet. Where? Oh, now we're in trouble. Oh boy. Get down here, guys. Oh, that's not kosher. Right out in the middle of nowhere. Got a fight kicking off.
Оружие наготове.
I'm gonna die to a very inconvenient storm. Come here, you. About the job. Here we are. I'm gonna die to the storm. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Hey there, bad guys. I'm gonna go hide in this house. Don't mind me. Please don't be anybody at the campfire. Let me upstairs. I'm gonna go hide behind these boxes. Alright, so we got the mission off successfully. Our friends are gone. Storm's about to hit. I hope I get the I am safe message here pretty soon. Mission updated. Connection lost. Uh-oh. Am I not protected? That would suck. There we go. Alright, we're sheltered. I always get nervous with that thing. Oh shit. Do not come up these stairs. We're gonna be doing... Ah, shit! Now you're not supposed to know I'm here. Now I got a big problem. Damn it, I'm gonna blow so much ammo. They broke my box. Reload, please. We're sharing a shelter with bad guys. Damn bandits. So if you look in the bottom left, it says a little skull patch icon and then his name. Moja Papa. Alright, I gotta turn the sound down. These things are super loud. Come on, there we go. Alright, now I can explain. So yeah, bottom left, when I'm pointing at him, it shows his information. Hey! Damn it! You gotta be kidding me. Again? One of these guys, it only takes one bullet really to put me down, because I got no real armor. Oh boy. See, I don't think he's affected by the shaking and shimmering like I am. This sucks. I want to strafe the corner, but I'll get messed up, I think. There we go. Where are you guys? How are you guys getting up here? You didn't come up the ladder. I don't think you started here. Alright, cooking kit, some cash, a ramrod, shotgun with one good part that we'll remove. I should probably keep a bandit disguise too, so we'll keep that. Guess we'll use this as my hiding spot now. But yeah, so bottom left corner, you can see who I'm pointing at. So we got a little bit of torso, a little bit of general health damage. I'd rather be squatting down by the campfire so I could heal during this. And it's probably pretty safe by this point. Anybody that was going to visit has already been killed by the storm if they're not already in shelter, so we'll finish hanging out here by the fire. Let's get another save going. Mill 5. Alright. So this is the emission storm. This is the big reset. But now that this is passed, when we get out of here, we can go check that tunnel again. And there's a chance that an artifact has spawned during the emission at that location. So it's now complete. We could leave. I'm going to wait a little longer because I want to get the general healing buff back up. But we could get visited now because it's safe for others to come out as well. So it's a possibility somebody's going to come visit and we're going to get nuked. But I'll take the risk for the moment to get some healing action so I don't have to use meds. We got a little bit of head damage, so we're going to get blurry vision on occasion. With head damage, it's blurry vision for the most part. Torso, I don't think torso damage has a direct consequence for combat. Arm damage will cause wobble in your aim. leg damage will slow you down, and then below 50%, if you try to sprint, you'll do general health damage, and your guy will complain constantly. Yeah, it's pretty fun to have a bunch of different opposing factions dogpile into the only shelter nearby. You can have quite the party. Let's have a sip of water. 69%. We'll have the small canteen. If you're going to purchase water, it's better to purchase this bottle of mineral water. The cost per amount of hydration you get and the weight involved, it's a better deal to buy the mineral water than the canteen stuff. Bum, bum, bum. All right, so what are we doing next? The reason we came over here was primarily just to deliver those guys. I can hunt loners here, and there's a few spots where we could get mutants or we could look for artifacts, but really I just want to get back across the border, and I'm desperate to go check that stash. We actually have 3 stashes that I can get to pretty easily once we get into this watery area. It's easy to avoid the mutants when you use the waterways. That is kill mutants. That'll also be fairly easy as long as it got ammo. We just stand off in the water. So the mutants and the other NPCs can't path into the water in the swamp. So just learn to use the water as your friend for travel and for standing off and killing mutants. Can't do it as easy with guys with guns. They'll just shoot you while you're in the water from the land that they're standing on. But makes mutant hunting really easy in the Great Swamp as soon as you understand that the waterways are your friends. Alright. Storm's cleared up enough. Let's turn the volume back up and get moving. Alright. And again, if anybody's watching that has questions, feel free to ask in chat. Happy to answer questions and provide demonstrations. This is going to be finally a series I'm going to send over to YouTube after my recent plays. I was playing those to bone up and get refamiliarized and get some of my skill back. This will be the first one I send over to YouTube, so I'm doing a lot of explaining because of that. All right. Yeah, I just want to get back across the zone line safely, so we're going to go... Oh. Well, hey, guy. What happened to you? An SKS, but not a good barrel, but it's a B. We can get that up and running, actually. We might have a long gun. I'm at 62 out of 73, though. That could be a problem. Alright, so that camp is right over there. I'm going to angle out that way and then work my way up along the hillside. Hope that there's no mutants that spawned over there. I would like to check the tunnel again, so we'll see how that looks. I'm going to be careful. I have to be careful about my stamina now because we're a lot closer to our max carry weight. I see an artifact. I see you over there, sparkly red thing. So, newly spawned artifact. A ball artifact. There's another pretty good chance of artifacts spawning over there. And there's some anomalies up on the hillside, but I haven't had any luck with spawns of artifacts up there. Alright, back up over the hill a bit. I don't think... Whoops. Going the right direction here. What I do not want to do is go closer to that building. Now I don't have to worry about pathing for the NPCs that are following me either. If you're not too worried about enemies nearby, it's a good idea to travel with your detector out, because occasionally you'll just run across random artifacts. And you can't see them all, like the one I just found. Some of them are hidden until you get near with a detector of a certain strength. Let's go there. Is the military the hardest faction to start out with? I haven't done enough of them to offer an opinion. So, military's difficulty, there's a few reasons, but I mean, they're hostile to everybody except for ecologists and duty. So a lot more targets out there, making travel harder and such, but it also is, you know, a target-rich environment. You got a lot of opportunities to, you know, meet new people, shoot them in the face, and take their stuff. So availability of stuff isn't really a problem, but I'm still figuring out just how affected I'm going to be as the military. Ecologists, I think, is universally considered the easiest faction because they're friends with everybody except for Monolith and Bandits. So easy travel, you're welcome damn near everywhere. So Ecologists is, I think, considered easy mode. Loners is kind of easy to normal. I think Merc is actually supposed to be easier than military. Just due to the arrangement of things and some of the things they have access to. What else is there? I have never done freedom. I don't think much. I've never felt a desire to do freedom, so I don't really know how they fare. And then who else is there? I think that's most of the basic starter ones. You save weapon. Well, the auto looter is grabbing any weapon piece with 60 plus quality because that's the lowest quality that you could repair up to get it functional. It ignores 59 and below. It'll just leave them in the weapons. And there's a reason for that because 60 is the minimum for weapons. Armor is a little trickier. There's a lot of things you can do with armor pieces that are crafting based, and it does not matter what the quality is. So I tend to pick up all of the armor stuff, and I'll chop up armor to get the component pieces, even though they're low percentage, because I can use them for crafting where the percentage doesn't matter. So weapon pieces are universal. Don't bother picking up anything below 60. Armor pieces, though, I pick up anyway until I hit a certain saturation point where I've got ridiculous quantities. But there's a difference between the two. Clear Sky and Duty are now enemies. They used to not be, but they are now enemies. Clear Sky was the other one on my list that I was considering playing so that I could experience this new change where Clear Sky is hostile with Duty, which is a big change. Does being enemies with more factions mean you have less access to traders and shelters for storms? Sort of. You can use the disguise system to get access to traders and mission givers with the various factions. So you just got to get creative with getting uniforms of the, the skin of your enemy. You just got to get their uniforms and leave the patch on. And I don't know if you've seen me do the disguise system, but you can pretend to be them by just getting uniform. And I'll have to do that here, so you'll see me do it in this run eventually. Like I want to do it. I talked earlier about doing it for loners so I could go get that free kit. Nothing has changed with the factions except Clear Sky and Duty are at war now. That's the only change that's been made in years. All the other faction standings are the same. All right. Keep moving here. I forgot what I was talking about in game as I started answering questions. But yeah, the two main purposes of the disguise system, well, three, I guess. One, you can sneak past people. If you need to travel somewhere, you can throw a disguise on and get past a checkpoint or something like that. Two, it gives you access to their traders, so you can buy and sell stuff if you need to. And three, you can talk to their mission givers, which if you do the missions and turn them in, you get paid, of course, but it raises your reputation with the faction, and it is possible to raise it enough that they're no longer hostile to you. But that takes a massive amount of effort to fully change from hostile to peaceful. Alright, we're hoping that an artifact has spawned in the tunnel here, and that there's not somebody or something at the far end that takes exception to me being here. Hey, we have an artifact. It's going to be in that little concrete thing right there. Because it's not here. It would have already shown up and the beeping would be faster, so it's guaranteed to be in there. That's the only two possibilities. And like I mentioned, it's really common, so I try to check it as often as I can. Hey there, Sparkler. Alright, I don't need you anymore. I mean, respawning NPCs is a tough call. Do you mean, will they appear at the same static location that they're always at? Like if there's a guard post that always has guys of that type? Do you mean how long will they take to get new guys there? Or do you just mean kill a random guy anywhere open world, and when will he respawn? I don't know that particular guys respawn. Once they're dead. But there's a limit to the number of people in the world. So the engine can only handle X number of autonomous NPCs roaming around. And I believe when somebody dies, they generate a new person to then populate the world to take that person's place. But I don't think people ever come back under the same name. That would make it a nightmare to try to do the... get the right thing out here. That would make it impossible to do the statistics and actually work your way up the ranks. Like right now, I am ranked 644. I am a rookie with 500 rep. Good rep, meaning I haven't been a bastard and killed people, my own people and stuff. When I ended the run this morning, on my hard run, we ended in the top 10. I think I was number 10 on the list. And we were a legend, like these other guys in the top. So, they don't return, because otherwise this list would be irrelevant if they just kept coming back. I think. But yeah, I'm not sure how to answer the respawn thing. That's pretty variable. Depends on the situation, the location, the faction, and what your exact meaning is with the question. Are artifacts spawn static or random? So the emissions will cause a reset of the artifacts and the anomalies. The static whoops. And unfortunately, we just had something that happens fairly often. When crossing zones, unfortunately, the game has a habit of crashing. So it'll be a second while I get the game up and running. So artifacts. There are static anomaly fields, those big areas where you got like a bunch of the chemical things or a bunch of the electrical things or a bunch of the fire things, etc. Those are static. They're always exactly the same. They don't change their pattern. They have a chance, certain of them, to generate artifacts during emission storms. So those are static locations you always want to return to and check to see if artifacts have spawned in those areas. Then there's random ones that just generate in the world, and or that might possibly generate near one of those whirligig ones, and then they get tossed off some long direction and just end up in the middle of a road or the middle of a field. So there's random ones, and then there's the static anomaly fields. Click another button here. So it's hard to give you a direct answer on the artifact spawns. You're going to find them just walking around the world if you have your detector out. Sometimes you can just see them laying on the ground, especially at night, because they tend to glow. More powerful ones tend to be invisible until you get close to them with a detector of sufficient strength, and then they get revealed and you can pick them up. So there's a lot of variance. Oh yeah, you can get Hip and other people killed in the loner camp pretty easy if you go mess with the military guys at the south end of that zone. Very easy to get your NPCs just, annihilated. No hip mission for you for the TOS 194 and the free basic kit. Biggest fear is the heli? What are you talking about? Yeah, we just zoned over. Let's see if we can get some renegade kills here. Or loners. Who's got the camp? Oh, damn it. Saw me already. It is renegades.
Опа-на.
I think we got a successful headshot there. Is there more than one? Uh-oh, I just got reported. Do we scramble across the gap to try to draw fire? I think this guy might have been alone. Come on. Alright. What's that little zombie dog treat action? Alright, here you go. Oh, let me put zombie dog away. Sorry about that. Bring up the other zombie dog. Nothing too exciting for loot, unfortunately. Let me out. Burned up multiple matches trying to get that lit during the rainstorm. Alright, save, update that one. Doing good on health. So, we got the machine yard. There's usually mutants on this path. It shouldn't be populated by anybody at this point. It should be empty. So I'm going to go down this road here to the machine yard. We'll try to grab some minor loot. Then I'll probably hop off into the water here and we'll path over to grab these various stashes in this middle area. And then we'll scoot back across the border. That's my plan. Remember, in the swamp, the water is your friend. Your bestest, most favoritist friend. You hear a mutant nearby and you're not sure where they're at, and you don't want to get killed, jump in the nearest body of water. You used to get radiated. As far as I'm aware, you do not anymore, even in starter gear. As you just saw me run through there, and you'll see me run through it a bunch more. Pretty sure they just totally removed that whole system. Ran out of stamina. I gotta remember I'm pretty overloaded and we're grabbing a bunch more loot. I might have to toss some minor stuff. Or we're gonna be really slow walking our way back across that border. And as you see me doing, make sure you pop these like right there. I don't really care about a plastic bottle, but there can be loot in these little metal containers. Whoops. Didn't quite get it. Nope, stop it. I'm not trying to vault. I'm trying to jump and hit it. If I time it just right. There we go. Did we get anything? We did not. Somebody is taking pot shots at something out there. Yeah, it hasn't been radioactive for quite a while. It's not brand new to the 095 update. But there definitely was a time where you did not want to, until you had pretty good rad resist gear, you couldn't reliably. It would hurt you to go into the water. Not true any longer, though. Thought I saw somebody for a second there. Just keep scooping up minor items here. Oh yeah, another thing I'll mention that new players might not know. If you bring up your PDA, go to Guide, Achievements. There's a list of achievements here. These are in-game achievements that unlock special bonuses. So, they're not like Steam achievements just to flex about how cool you are. These are actual achievements that give you things. So like Vigilant Recycler, disassemble 200 items, 33% chance of obtaining an extra part from disassembly. That kind of thing. So a lot of, I'm breaking boxes both for a chance to get loot, but there's also an achievement for breaking 200 of them. And then you have a bigger chance of getting loot out of the boxes from then forward. So just be aware, kind of look through this list. There's a bunch of different things you can earn. And it'll tell you on your statistics page which achievements you've unlocked right here. So, good to know about it. Another cool system that isn't obvious unless you really dig in. Steel wool, sure. Oh, that's the good stuff right there. That's why I'm hitting boxes. Medkit, 2 uses. Hell yeah. That saved me a bunch of money, and maybe my life. Alright, let's update our save back at the fire. We have not started here. Never mind, I'm thinking of the other fire. Alright. Just about done running around out here. Not usually many items out this way. Alright. So, we go down here, there's a stone bridge. There's almost always mutants just on the other side of it to the right, and they'll attract and then come across the bridge to get you. I'm going to try to avoid those. Uh-oh. Somebody's walking down the bridge. Hey there, buddy. Clear sky. Alright. What do you think? Can we get a single shot on him to finish him? Ooh. No optics. How about over here? Get a little closer. Oh. Man, he lights me up. Fuck. Here I thought I was going to ambush him, and I'm getting wrecked. He's got a real assault. He's got a... Oh, and we're dead. The bleed loss will kill me. Damn it. He's got a real assault rifle. I didn't check his skill level. Even with him out in the open there. If I bullet hosed him, we might have dropped him. I was trying to avoid bullet hosing him. I need to be more cautious with my ammo, but at the range we're at, it's hard to guarantee the headshots. Okay, so yeah, we know that's a thing. I guess I could wait a little bit and let him get closer before I take the shot. I would... Oh crap. Well, that's a whole different thing. There's 3 of them, at least. Those guys are loners over there, who are also hostile with. What do? I wouldn't mind playing a little game with them, but I really need to drop this guy quick. What would be best in life is if he... Oops. Don't think he saw me. If I can get to this corner post and then peek around as he passes so he doesn't see me, and lets me shoot him in the back of the head, would be awesome. See if we can see him walk by through the slat in the fence here. There he goes. Do I want to get cute? I'm going to get cute and try to use the pistol again. Oh, he's already moved too far. I was loud. Yeah. Oh, car 15 with a good barrel. 70. What percentage? Can't see the percentage there. 91, I think. Body armor. Oh, he's even got a 63 bore pelt. All right, take all of this stuff. Get me back under cover. I don't know where those loners went. Alrighty then. I'd really like to get back into the cover over there. Problem now is we're overweight. You know, one of many problems. 79 out of 73. And that's because I grabbed that armor also. So we're carrying a bunch of weapons and the armor. So this thing, can it take optics? It can take optics. So that can act as my long gun. So I don't need that. It's a 91 barrel. It's above 60. It's a C-class? Yeah, it's a C-class weapon, which we wouldn't normally have access to until we get advanced tools. But if it's got a good barrel, as long as I can find the other little component parts, I can get this up and running. So it's really important for a higher class weapon. They go from A, B, C, and D. A being the lowest tech, which is what we've got currently, then B. A and B are both available to get operational with a basic kit, but C you need advanced and D you need expert. Unless the barrel on the weapon is positive 60 plus, in which case you can kind of get it working anyway without needing the kit. So really good find for us to get an assault rifle option this early. It fires NATO, unfortunately. That's going to be a problem, getting ammo for it. But it does have the option for optics. It has a silencer option, and these are the upgrade options later. So we'd absolutely need to keep a hold of that. I think I might get rid of this SKS. I definitely have to drop something, or multiple somethings. We still got multiple. I might have to go back to the base and then come back down again to get those stashes. There's just too much stuff. I don't want to get rid of that. I don't want to get rid of that. I'm waffling on that, and that's most of the weight. And then we have this body armor. We're in terrible armor. If you point at an armor piece and hold the control key down, it will do a comparison showing you the best value of that armor. So this is actually worse than what we're wearing currently. Really? That's kind of weird. Yeah, I guess this is 1720 for BR class and such. Huh, that's interesting. Alright, better burn resist, but the things I really care about right now, I think this is not worth having. And we'll get more opportunities to get a disguise. I don't want to try to get this running for a disguise. So I'm going to tear this apart. That then over here gives us a bunch of parts. It puts wear and tear on the Swiss Army knife I'm using to do it, but it randomly will give you or destroy certain components. It's randomized. That got us down to 70, so we're not overweight, but we're close. Nothing really I can take apart. We got a 63 bore pelt. That's got 7.6 carry weight versus 4.8. So let's go ahead and unequip that. We'll equip that. That gets us a little further. The meat's not super important for me right now, so I'm going to go ahead and drop those. I don't have any energy drink or anything. I don't really need this anytime soon, so I think I'm going to get rid of that also. And I would like to keep the rest of this. So, let's see if we can make do with that. Okay, oops. Let's get back over to our campfire and update our save. But that was a case of working smarter, not harder. Instead of face tanking an assault rifle against me, I just was patient, waited for him to pass me, came up behind him, and popped him in the back of the head with a silenced pistol. So that's the way you want to do it. And I still got those loners that are kind of on my path out. Who knows where they've pathed to now. We're going to have to do a lot more stop-start stuff. 67 out of 75. Next up on my planned route was to hop in the water, just follow the water line down, try to jump in and grab that. There's probably mutants here that I might have to deal with. The important one is that one, though. So I might... Oh, yeah, this is kill mutants. Never mind. I need to get to that. I would love to get to that before I go home. I can wait on these other white ones, but I need that. So we're just going to hop in the water and kind of cross over. Here's another interface thing you can do. Oh, never mind. Somebody got rid of the mutants for me. I could hear the firing in the background there, and apparently somebody killed the mutants for me, so yay. But that means there's also guys here that I have to worry about when I'm running through. But interface-wise, you can right-click on one of these and say waypoint, then right-click again and go to settings. And if you click this box, show waypoint marker on the HUD. On your screen, directly in front of your vision, you'll get a little indicator when you get close enough. I don't know what the actual distance is, but it'll start showing up as I move that direction. I am gonna get shot by whoever killed those mutants as I try to run through the water, but, you know, whatever. I'm not allowed to go prone. I'm not allowed to go prone while in the water. Alright, good to know. Getting my stamina back. Let's check our position. Oh, it's right there. Apparently I'm still too far away to see the indicator. We're just going to follow the coastline and then keep going straight. I should be able to see it by the time we get to the end of that coastline section, I think. There it is. 200 meters. Yeah. Yeah. Shouldn't be too much wandering mercenaries out in this area. There's a camp of renegades ahead to the right. So right here is a small kind of deserted town, usually cats and dogs, maybe a zombie right here. This up here is a renegade camp. It's almost always populated. There'll be a lot of missions to go up there and kill them when you're doing missions for clear sky. But we should be pretty clear to get to this and then pull back around. The danger point will be this path up here. Multiple mutant possibilities plus stalkers going along the roadway. Alright, here we go. Please advance tools.
Место хоть есть свободное.
No advanced tools. What do we got? Heavy brown coat, no faction, military outfit we've already got, and a leather jacket unknown. So, disassemble, 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 take the parts. So, we didn't get super lucky. Our first yellow stash, just a basic toolkit. The good news, though, is that gets us 2. We got the Taz shotgun. If I can get the disguise for loners, that gets us to 3. If we get to 21 vodka, we can turn that into another NPC up in Yantar, gets us to 4. So we're really pretty close. I just need to be scooping up vodka everywhere I can see it and or buy it. And then get the disguise for loners. And we could have we could build our advanced kit pretty quickly. If I can get those things done. So, it's not as far off as it might seem. I need to pick a path for getting out of here. So. I'm going to hold off on those. We'll make another trip down after we get some more missions. So we're kind of on a direct line. I am just going to try to keep scooting from waterway to waterway. So I think I'm going to cut across here and then go like that. And then out. There's too many. There's a pile here where mutants can appear. Mutants can appear here. Mutants can appear over here. So I'm going to take the waterway route. Actually, let's do a intermediate save, a daddy save. I'm not hearing any mutants. I'm also not on the main waterway. I didn't go far enough over. Chances are fairly small that anybody who's moved in that's going to mess with me. I might go up to this side and then across instead of up through the trees. Motherfucker! Of course he had to get that hit in before he went down. Asshole. There's no way he should have gotten me. Okay, so much for the safe part. So we're gonna grunt our way into home base. We got slashed by his claws. That's... So while I get my stamina back, we're not bleeding actively. So this bottom right corner is not showing a blood loss problem. We took a big hit to our general health, and he just about ripped our leg off. This is causing me to take health damage while I'm sprinting on the leg. But my plan is to get the medic at the base to give me a full heal. So I'm going to ignore the damage if I can, if we can make it without having to heal, to get the full damage, all body heal. Because that's cheaper than me spending my meds. But we might have to walk quite a ways, part of it, depending on how much damage we take as I run. The good news is, almost nothing's going to be attacking me on the far side of the border. Yeah, I've seen the announcement for Zero Sievert too. Not impressed. Multiple reasons. I don't believe they ever actually finished Zero Sievert 1 into a playable state. And it has a multi-monitor issue that it's had for ages that they never bothered to fix. So I kind of fell out of love with Zero Sievert a fair bit back. Hang in there, General Health. Another couple 100 yards and we're there. That kind of sounded like zombie action. So the other consequence of getting hit by that enemy is that it did a whole bunch of damage to our suit. So it's at 91% now. We got to get that fixed. You repair armor pieces via these glue tubes, and the number that's shown there, greater than 70, means that this will only repair damage down to 70. If it's 69 or lower, you can't use this. And that's how it works in stages of 10. So there is a 90% glue tube that works from 90 up. And you want to make sure that's the cheapest one. So you want to make sure you keep your gear maintained and always repair it as quick as you can.
Чего тебе?
Alright, I know. Hey Doc, fix me up please. So this guy shuts the hell up. Alright, let's go up and talk to, I assume, the Colonel? Oops. $8,400 and a stash in wild territory. Next job, $8,450, stashing garbage. And while we're here, task board, what you got? Nope, not going to Darkscape. Another under the rug here in Agroprom. Sure thing. Renegade in the swamps. Collect reports and garbage, that for sure. Yeah, we're going back to the swamp anyway. Monolith patches. Little early. Alright, we're good. We're going to talk to the tech on our way down, buy some armor repair glue. No, I don't want to shoot him. Alright, so right here you have this set of glue, 70, 80, and 90. We're at 91, so we're going to make sure we buy some of that. Actually, we're going to buy 2 of them. I'm going to be using it a lot. Other than that, I think I'm going to buy that one, which will let us do the initial backpack upgrades and some of the other basic equipment. And we won't need that yet until we get our advanced tools. And I won't be making any of those in the near term, so we'll just get this one. Ah, 10 grand. Damn. Oh, wait, I'm doing the wrong one. I almost did the wrong thing there. Let's make a save before I goof myself. That's the intermediate ones. I need to buy the basic ones, the middle section. There we go. Much more reasonable. Sure. Alright, we got all the basic books. We got the armor repair. The question now, if we scroll down to the bottom, he's got this list of parts. What we want to know is, do any of these parts fit into that car rifle that we picked up? So if I highlight the rifle and anything lights up over there, then we have the opportunity to buy it and insert it. Not a damn thing. So none of these parts go to that rifle. So we're probably not going to get this up and running super soon. It's going to take me a little time. He does have 2 parts for the SKS. The 2LV and the bias. That one is a B class. We can get it up and running with the basic kit. And even if it has a bad barrel, we can make a repair kit, burn a charge on the repair kit to replace the barrel. And then the same rules I talked about before apply to everything else. So it's either buy or build 2 repair kits and we can get this fully operational right now, or hopefully have parts that we can slot in so we don't have to use as many repair kit charges. So these tend to be pretty expensive, $52.50 and $52.50. So 10 grand would get us 2 clean parts for that, and then we'd have to get a cleaning kit put together. I can't stress enough how important it is to get a long gun in the game as early as you can. Anything with optics, basically. Preferably a sniper rifle or an assault rifle. But get anything with optics. It vastly improves your kill capabilities and your tactical options. So, I'll have to think about this. We don't have enough money to probably get a lot of that done. I want to go back and look at the rest of our gear before I make decisions. So, separate from that, I think for the moment, we're good. Oops, ground floor. Alright, I didn't use much in the way of meds that trip. We only took damage at the end there, and we were able to do the full heal. We got one more mission turn in. What do we got there? Alright, we'll think about that in a minute.
Ну, я слушаю.
Go do that other turn in at the base here. $2,800.
Чего тебе?
Well, that wasn't much of a reward. Oops. Alright, we're up to 710, so we've gained level 2. As soon as we can get to 1,000, which won't take us too many more missions, we'll be able to get that S.T.A.L.K.E.R upgrade kit if we can afford it. So far, the missions I've been running, especially the Colonel missions, have paid really well. That was the first mission that felt a little low, but otherwise, they've been paying better than most other ones I've seen. We've had multiple missions pay out 10, 12 grand, which is not something I got from loners, hardly ever. Alright, let's hit the stockpile. So, I'm just going to store all 3 of those, and you, and you, and you. The artifacts, I'm probably just going to go sell again. I don't really care much about most of the perk artifacts, which is these 3. That one has other uses. It's at the bottom it says crafting uses. It can be used to make the ring artifact, which is a tier 2 artifact, and it can be used to manufacture Gauss rifle ammo, but that's not till way late game. Don't care about that part. But we do eventually want the ring artifact, but at this stage, I just want cash. I'm probably going to sell all 4 of them. It would be best to sell them to the merchant in Yantar, so I'll stockpile them, and when we get a few more, or if I absolutely desperately need cash to finish a gun or something, we'll try to make it over to Yantar to the Professor Sakharov to sell those. You get better prices there for artifacts when you sell to the ecologists. Alright, what else? Keeping most of that. Keeping the meds. Don't need you. We have a total of how much vodka now? It's a total of 7. We only need 14 more. 14 more vodka and we get another basic toolkit. That's the not good stuff. We'll take... you want to carry cigarettes with you. If you look at the bottom section there, the block of stats at the bottom, there's one for radiation. Yes, in this game, smoking cigarettes reduces your radiation level. So if you run through a rad patch and you need to get rid of the radiation, you want to use a match to light a cigarette, and you'll get a little temporary buff that will steadily lower the rad level. But there's different quality of cigarettes, so... you know, Camels here have minus 22 per second. This one is minus 14, and the ones I just put away were like 6. So keep one of the better ones. Keep a few of them just in case you need it. There is better med, like this one's the super one, anti-rad drugs, minus 186 for 10 seconds. That's the, oh my god, I've got death level radiation, I need to fix it right dang now. You take that one. So that's another one to always keep handy. Alright, we got some books to read, we got some armor to repair. Let's just stockpile the ammo for the moment. I'm not going to disassemble. Put the mutant parts away. Whoops. Keep that temporarily. Alright, so we're unloaded. Let's read our books. This is going to unlock crafting recipes for various parts. And our armor is at 91. When we highlight the armor, things light up on the right there showing what you can interact with it. So we got the 85 and the 90 and the 70 are all valid to use against that right now. We're going to use the cheapest one. And then you click on the armor, and then you have an option to add any other supportive material. And the number that's showing in blue is going to add to the percentage. So I'm 7 points short with this one glue tube charge I'm using to get this higher. I could use this piece here, the armor repair kit, for +6. That'd take us to 99 to finish it off. Or I can use the mask I picked up, which gives us a whole 2 points. That'd take us to 95. That's actually good enough. So I want to save that for more of an emergency condition. So that used up one mask and one charge from my glue tube. Alright, so we read our books. Let's see if we can do anything. Oops, wrong option. Workbench. Crafting screen. Equipment. First thing I'm curious about is a backpack upgrade. We are 6 sewing thread short. It requires a basic tool, which we have. It is going to provide that. And it requires these. So my old backpack is going to get used. We have the other parts. I just need 6 sewing thread. And we can actually get that over at the tech. So remember 6 sewing thread. We'll get a backpack upgrade. It's going to take us from 21 kilograms plus to 28 kilograms. So we'll gain 7 kilograms of carry weight. We've got binocs. I would like a sleeping bag, but more sewing thread. But I don't have enough of the other parts. If I do my backpack, it can wait. Don't need to make cooking kits yet. And we're not going to make this stuff that attaches to the belt of our suit yet either. Next choice is devices. So we have an upgraded detector, the S.T.A.L.K.E.R detector, but it takes a lot of electronic parts. So I've been taking apart radios and walkie-talkies and things like that for capacitors, transistors, and resistors. You can also buy those kinds of things from the merchants. Just like early in the run, I bought shovels and hammers to take apart for wood and metal. You can purchase up the broken versions of headlamps and walkie-talkies and radios and so on from the merchants, then tear those things down for the components, and then build these electronic devices. So you got the device. The S.T.A.L.K.E.R detector is an upgrade for ours. Then we've also got a night vision option, but the first level night vision sucks. I hate it, so I usually wait until I get the advanced toolkit and then build both of these so I have the second level. We already bought a headlamp. And then the other choice is a detector, or no, that's the detector. Detector, night vision, and the PDA. We don't have the PDA upgrade. We need the advanced toolkit for the PDA upgrade. So, this will be the one we build. We won't be doing night vision or PDA yet, assuming I collect enough parts. Alright, so we just need the 6 sewing thread, so we'll keep an eye out for that. And then repair kits. This is how you get weapons and armor up and running. Some of this stuff you can buy from the tech. Some of this stuff you have to manufacture yourself. There's cleaning kits as opposed to repair kits. There's an important distinction there between cleaning and repair kits. And it's a complicated process if you've never done it. When I actually do it, I'll walk through it and explain it. But just for now, realize you can actually manufacture anything you see listed here. We don't have an ammo crafting kit yet, so can't do that one. When we click on the ammo, it shows here you need gunsmithing tools in order to craft any of this stuff. So let's go buy 6 thread at the tech. I don't think the trader carries thread. No. So here's an example. You got radios, walkie-talkies, broken headlamps, broken detectors. So 2400, 1400, 1800. And if you right-click on any of them and go to details, you'll see exactly what you're going to get part-wise. So one capacitor, one fastener, one resistor, and one transistor. And some of them have multiples, so it's up to you to kind of look at them and figure out what you're paying and what you're going to get part-wise. Alright. 6th thread. I'm coming to you, Tech. Hey, buddy. Where do you want to be delivered? You want to go to garbage for 3,700 rubles. I'm not going to garbage next, so we're going to say no to that one. Alright, they have 16 sewing thread. I need 6. Whoops. You get 2 per? Yeah, at the top left it shows uses 2. So I'm buying 1 for 600, but it has 2 uses. I need 6 total uses, so I just need to buy 3. And the number, the X6 there, is the total uses. So 1,800 of our money. I didn't look at the weapons. I probably should have figured that out and then made a list. Because I hate this camp. I hate this camp. So much up, down, up, down, up, down. It drives me crazy. I want to move to Rostock. I'm going to go live in the duty camp like I usually do. Get me out of this podunk outfit. Alright, use workbench, craft, equipment, backpack upgrade. We now have what we need. Everything's green. We have the tool. We now have the backpack. Get that equipped. And there you go. That's how you craft something useful after you buy the recipe and you gather the materials. Moving on. Next thing to look at. So, that we're going to trade. That we might, if with enough money, be able to get up and running. That's what I'm really interested in, but unfortunately the guy doesn't have any parts that we can swap into that. So we got 4 parts that we need to find or replace. Oops. Here in the detail screen, it's got a 91 barrel. That's great. These 4 are all trash, and if we tried to fire this gun with these trashed, it would jam constantly. And the barrel's in good shape. The barrel's the most important. That determines damage and armor penetration. So if you have a solid barrel and you're willing to risk the jam probability, you can just pick one of these up and load it and start firing. But a 7.08, I think that's per round fired. And when you jam, you have to clear the jam, which could be a big problem in the middle of a firefight. So, you know, clean your guns up. But we currently have no opportunity to replace these unless I have some in my inventory, which I haven't checked yet. So let's do that. We'll scroll down to the bottom. I only have 4 items. There's not much chance we've got this thing. Let's transfer it to my inventory. And let's pull. Let's pull you out. Whoops. Make sure I didn't actually drop something. There we go. I'm moving it to that slot. Just.
Ну чё, нормально?
Yeah, it's cool looking. Alright, I did that just so that, whoops. When we're looking at our stash, I can point here and we can look over here at what items. Alright, so, what do you think? We've got a 56 barrel, which is useless, effectively. That has no use. Alright, so we don't have any items yet. We haven't done much gun looting yet to pull parts off of, so I wasn't too surprised that we don't particularly have this weapons items. My choices are I either write these down or take a screenshot or something, or I carry the gun with me to constantly scan for the right items. Like if I visit other technicians, I'm either going to have to remember the other 4 parts. These 4 parts, so 7LA, the NATO, and the 3 mod in the different colors. Or like I said, screenshot this and have it up so I can check on Merchant and know whether they've got the item I need. Or I got to carry the gun around. And the gun weighs 3 kilograms. I'd rather not carry the gun around. So, details. Let's do it the other way. That button? That button. Give me just a second. I'm going to screenshot this. Now I got to worry which desktop you put it on. Cool. Alright. So I've got it screenshotted now, so I'll just keep this off of my other monitor and check it as I need to. Alright, so the other option is we don't have another option because I can't get, this is a C class, it requires an advanced toolkit. I can't make the toolkits necessary, the repair kits, because I don't have the proper toolkit. So I either find those parts and I can just drag them right onto the gun and clean them up and get it working. And that's my only option right now. So we're kind of out of luck on the car. Alright, so until we get our advanced kit, then we can get it operational. So we'll transfer that back over. Move you back in. And the only other option is that SKS. Oops. So, let's do the same thing as earlier. And check our stash. And we, again, have no items for it. The difference is it's a B class, which we can make a repair kit for, which can replace every single component in there. But we need 5 total charges to really get it up and running. We could probably get by with 4. Sniper rifle, the jam isn't that as important as it is with like an assault rifle where you're up close and personal a lot of times. With this, if you aim and you pull the trigger and it jams, you know, you clear it and then you take another shot. But it's a slow process regardless of what you do. So if we can even get to 4, we could get this operational, it would help out a ton. So what we're going to look at next is making a B-class gun repair kit. So workbench, craft, repair kits. We're looking for the B-class. So A, B, C, and D. A being the lowest tech. Working our way up. So we got a B-class. It needs these components to make one. And it's only going to have 3 charges. So we're not going to get the thing fully repaired off a single one. Now it needs steel wool, no big deal. Ramrods, no big deal. Brunex doesn't cost a ton. It does take a Type B cleaning kit that's consumed when you craft this repair kit. That's going to be the most expensive item, but there's a limited stockpile at the tech of these other things. I'm not sure we could buy enough to get all of these. So, let's do... How much cash do I have? 32.6. How badly do I want this? Pretty badly. Don't need both. I'll carry one with me. That way we can open the workshop on the fly and check what we need again. Because I'm going to forget. So, wool, ramrod, lubricant, and cleaning kits. I'm just going to say full amounts of all of them. We've got 2 ramrods, but, you know, whatever. Unfortunately, that means a trip back to the tech. This is why I usually make my base, my little storage spot, right next to or right in front of the tech of whatever location I'm setting up in. It's particularly bad in this case. Alright, so ramrods. We need 2 of these, 2 charges for the first one. Unfortunately, he's only got 3 more, so even if I wanted a second one, he doesn't have enough to get me up to 4. I'd have to get to another tech There is one in Yantar just north of us that I could get to pretty quickly and easily, assuming there's loners, not loners up there going to shoot me. Well, let's just do a single one first. So we got the 2 of that, and then we needed what? Steel wool. And Brunix, which is that one. I forget how many total. And what was the last thing? I forget now. Oh, the cleaning kit, which is going to be that right there. That's the expensive one. 12 grand. Well, that's almost the full purchase, so another 12 with access. We could probably get another one put together. So, let's buy that. Bum, bum, bum. Hopefully I got everything I need. Alright, everything's green. Get us a 3-charge Type B repair kit. We still need 4 ramrods, 3 Brunix, and 3 charges on a cleaning kit, which we can't get less than 4 at a time, so basically we need a whole new kit. That's fine though, because the extra charge is going to be used later to clean up the parts. So yeah, we could get this fully operational. It's pretty important if we can do it. What's my ammo? Oof, down to 126 on the ammo we've been firing mainly. We have... Is that the same mission, or is that a different mission? Hey, you, get back here. Where you want to go? 4 hours, cordon, 4,000. And no. Oops. Alright, so we got the SKS. We have a Type B cleaning kit. To use the kit to get this thing fixed up, you right click, you go to maintain parts, and you can see it's going to say replace barrel. Because it's too low to repair, you have to replace it, and this is going to burn a charge from the kit each time we do this. So we got 3 total charges, so we could go 1, 2, 3, and that leaves 2 parts that are still pretty bad and are going to cause a pretty high jam chance. But we got to replace the barrel. Nothing's going to happen without that. So we now have a little green pip right here. That's what these pips are. These color-coded pips are the individual component parts, so you know at a glance which parts you need to get fixed. So the barrel is now 100%, or 99 condition. So now I have to decide. I could stop there and try to loot and salvage out of other weapons the components I need to finish fixing this up. And if we found one or bought one, you would just drag it onto the gun and it would auto-replace it. You can't do that for the barrel. That's the one part you can't do that for. But all these other components, if I went out and looted guns and they had parts that were high enough, 60 plus, I could just drag them, drop them right in there, and then we would use cleaning tools to get them up to 99%, 99 condition. So, I gotta decide. The expensive way is burn the kit, replace, 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 go make another kit, replace, replace, and we have a fully operational, fully cleaned, ready to go rifle. Which would make me happy. I'm just hesitant to spend that much because we've got that car that we could also possibly get up and running. So, what are the chances I think I'm going to find the parts for that? And I have to find all the parts. I think we take the sure thing. So, let's focus on getting this thing up and running. So I'm going to go ahead and burn this kit. What'll happen is I'm going to burn the kit to replace 2 parts. We're going to run over to that tech in Yantar, and those are the 2 parts he's going to have. He's not going to have the 2 parts I still need. He's going to have the 2 parts I just burned. So maybe I'll hold my kit. We'll go look at what parts he's got. Then I'll decide which ones I want to burn. That'd probably be the faster thing. Alright, so. Yeah, we'll do it that way. Alright, access dash. Put both... No. Yeah, put both of these away. We'll fix it up when we get back. Put all that away. We're okay there. Got our meds. Don't have any extraneous tools. I need to get... I should have bought some grooming kits while we were over there too. But we'll buy some at the tech we're about to go visit. Alright, I think we're all set. 1600. Hopefully I have a clean run over there. We are at 29% on food. Yeah, I'm going to have to start concerning myself with food. We're going to be out of our starter supply here pretty quick. That takes us to 83. 83 is good enough. And we'll go ahead and canteen water. Alright, good there. Got our gear repaired. Our Pepishaw's already down into the low 90s condition-wise. When it drops below 90, we start accumulating jam probability. And we'll have to get a Type A cleaning kit put together to clean those parts and get it back up to fully operational. Okay, let's go do this thing. Save. We've got... We're carrying the gun so we can check the component parts that he might have. I don't have any other mysteries involved, so... I've got no armor under consideration other than the ACH-70X headgear set. Come here, you. We've got a 69 on one of the parts. We'll hold off doing anything with this for the moment. This is an awesome headgear. This is like a mid-game headgear that we managed to get looted pretty early. And it's a lot easier to get armor up and running than it is weapons. So, we'll work on that again later. Alright, let's get out of here. Oh, map. Anything else to do on the way? Nope. I think those guys... Oh, they're right at the gate. Theoretically, they could be running anywhere in the area. Alright, we might try that while we're over there.
Чего тебе?
I stash all armor parts. I talked about this a little earlier. Weapon parts, 60 plus, and the auto looter takes care of it for you. Just tap the Alt key and the auto looter, if you haven't turned it off or messed with it, will auto loot all of the standard items, and it will automatically strip off suppressors and scopes, and it will also automatically remove any weapon part that's 60 plus. Armor's different. Like I mentioned, armor's easier to get running, but there's two considerations. One, you do want armor parts of high quality level, but with armor, the difference is it doesn't matter what an individual piece's percentage is. So you've got 4 or 5 pieces or parts that go into building an armor piece. Any one of them, the condition doesn't really matter. The cumulative number is what you care about. As long as you can get the cumulative number up above 70, then you can just repair that armor with your normal tools, and it repairs all the parts, period. You don't have to do it individual part by individual part like you do with the guns. So if you've got 99, 99, 99, 99, 5, you're going to have a very high overall percentage between those, and you'll easily be able to get it up and running. You don't have to fix that one piece of armor part. And it's a lot more, it's a lot easier to repair individual armor parts and then put them in the armor to raise that base percentage. So scoop up all the armor parts. Just take everything apart that you're not planning on carrying with you and take them with you back to your base and stockpile them. The other important consideration and the reason to do this is because the crafting recipes, like when I crafted the backpack and other recipes like that on that crafting list, the percentage on the piece doesn't matter. It could be a 1% cloth piece. It doesn't matter when you're crafting things. It'll use that 1% crafting thing, and you'll get your final item, and there'll be no problem. It does take durability into account. So you got to treat weapon parts and armor parts differently.
Здорово.
And I gotta open another window here. 1 second. Too many monitors. Too much going on. Hey, bring that back up. And then bring that back up. All right.
Здоров.
Got things the way I wanted again. Before I take off, let me